The minute that you choose to stop working on or stop doing things that you love, that you want to do, that bring you joy, that make you feel alive, you choose a version of the universe, your universe, where things don't work out the way you want them to. Hello. I hope you all had an amazing week. I know I was AWOL last week. I just I just wasn't clicking with that content. I just did not feel like it wasn't the right energy to put out to y'all. Hence, I edited that out last week. But today, I am so pulled. I am so pulled towards this topic today. I cannot tell you how much I'm I'm so excited. I am just so excited to talk about this topic today because I recently experienced multiple examples of these, and I recently realized that I actually have so many real life examples of this topic that we're talking about today. Hello and welcome to a new episode of our podcast. This is a place where we heal ourselves and completely fall in love with life, head to toe, all in, no backseas, locked in. I'm your host and storyteller Zoshibai, and this is Zindagi ki Suhagraat. As human beings, we love visual. We love visuals of every kind, especially the ones that make us feel validated. For example, parents being proud of us, people being proud of us, people envying us. You can see it in their eyes, right? Like, oh my god, this batch is jealous of me, or envies me, or is looking up to me, or there are many positive aspects as well. But that is visible feedback. It can be audible feedback. It's just feedback that tingles all your sensory everything's. You can see that somebody is like, wow, they did that, that's so cool. Or you hear that from somebody like, wow, I'm so proud of you. Or it can even be transactiony, like you see money in your account that comes from something you did and you are immediately proud. Obviously, that is your earning. You put in the work, you did that. How fucking cool it is. Yes. But the issue comes in when there is no visible feedback. And this happens in many aspects of life, especially the ones that we are building towards, especially the ones that need us to put in the work consistently in order to start seeing any kind of feedback, any kind of validation, any kind of evidence that the thing that we're doing, the work that we're putting in, the time that we're spending is all worth it. And the human being has been brainwashed or groomed to only see productivity, money, and praise as visible feedbacks or as proof of evidence that what they're doing actually matters. I'm sure you've heard this a lot of times, people around you going, but what's the point of doing this when you're doing something that either doesn't pay you but brings you joy, B, again, doesn't show any productivity in terms of, in technical terms, but brings you joy. And as somebody who has recently started creating content, especially YouTube, because Instagram still thoda thoda gives you some kind of feedback, what is working, what is not working. They have a whole system for it. But YouTube is like viewership based, and initially when I was starting out, even the thought of starting out was so weird for me, because how was I supposed to know if things are working or not? And I still don't know. But right now I am so detached from all of this that I just want to create good content. I just want to speak to people who might be or have someday been in my situation, because I know that I have very generic situations with personal experiences. Like, everybody has been in this space where I have been some point of their life. So I get it. Like, I'm very sure this is relatable to a lot of you, and that is why you guys watch the 20 subscribers that I have or something. I love y'all, by the way. Thank you. That's so much support. I imagine 20 people in a room. That's lovely for me. Thank you again. My point being, it's very easy to give up when we don't see any proof that things are working. It's very easy to give up when things feel like they're stagnant. But I'd like to remind you that stagnancy is literally your life, and stagnancy is literally the universe in her planning and plotting phase. Think about that for a bit. How is it that every time in your life you have these batches of stagnancy, then something cool happens, batches of stagnancy, then something happens? Because the universe is planning every season of your life as we go. Every decision you make takes you in a different version of the universe's plan. And so she has to keep on planning on plotting, and she needs time for that. Yeah, come on. Wouldn't you? If you're planning everything, you would also take some time, na? I learned this. I learned this the hard way. When there was a time in my life where I was kinda, my faith in the universe was really dipping. I hate to say it, because I'm such a huge advocate of the universe and her plans and her everything, and having faith in her. But because I couldn't see any visible feedback, it felt like I was alone, that I was not protected. And that's just so not true. We're all so protected by the universe. The reason why I know that we're all so protected is because if I were to look back into my life that I've actually built for myself, every time something questionable happened, or every time I needed help, every time I have felt like there is nobody for me, and that it's so difficult, and the going is super tough. And just in a way, whenever I was in a supremely scarcity mindset, the minute I cried about it, first of all, you gotta cry about it. You gotta get it out of your system. But once you cry about it, and once you decide that, fuck it, this is my life, I get to choose what happens, the minute the universe sees that this girl, this person is willing to make something out of themselves regardless of anything, this person has faith in themselves, the universe, she just pushes things in motion. Everything starts working out, and she has mysterious ways of doing it. Take it. I'll give you one of the oldest examples जिसके वजह से I realized how protected I was. So I was leaving college, ठीक है, 4 years done, bags packed, leaving to go into the real world. And I needed to move my saman, dude. I needed to move out, and shipping costs from Shillong. I was studied in Meghalaya for 3 years. Shifting my entire existence from Shillong to Pune, that's my hometown, it was costing a lot of money from everywhere, like from every packers, movers, shifters, transporters that I checked out. It was costing a shit ton of money, which was really not in my, like, I was not earning at that point, and my mother was funding everything, every part of my existence. I wanted to get out of that as soon as possible. And I remember that one conversation with her when I finally found some transporter who was charging a little less. They were charging 10K. Okay? And I told my mom, and I remember the tone of her voice, and it just sent me, and I was like, I can't take money from her for shifting my stuff. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I could feel that that position wasn't, she was not in that position at that point. And I contemplated a lot that should I just leave everything. And I was like, you know what? I have to take my stuff back. My memories are in there. That's my 3 years of memories and work and so many other things. I just put it out to the transporter. I was like, you know what? I'll pay you your money. Just take it. Just take my stuff. Get it sent home. I'll see what happens. The next day, there was a deadline for the payment because she was going to ship it out. And I was on the way to the office. I was planning and plotting on how to extend this payment thing. I'll be like, maybe I'll pay you some amount right now, something like that. On the way to the spot, exactly 10,000 rupees got transferred into my bank account from a freelance gig that I had been doing, that had stretched out for 2 years. It had very recently gotten over. And that money just came into my account. Exactly that amount of money that I needed to pay at that moment dropped into my account. And I just sat there and I was like, what the fuck? That day onwards, I realized every time I need something, want alag baat hai. Want is a different energy. Every time I need something, something is inevitable, something is fixed, something needs to happen, the universe pulls through. It could be anything. It's not just money. I need to meet a friend. I need a friend. Chalo. Basic. I need a friend. Somebody will show up. I'm feeling like very down in the dumps with loneliness sometimes. That happens to us. A long distance friend will call. She will message. There will be a conversation. There will be a beautiful energy exchange. And we will feel beautiful afterwards, both of us, because probably she also needed it. It feels so amazing to talk to my friends. I'm so grateful. The universe is always pulled through, and she will always pull through when your energy is right. This is why every time things have not gone my way, now I don't feel bad about it, because I know it is part of some plan. I know that whatever is happening, whatever is not going my way right now, is going to go my way in the long run. I'll give you examples. This is a very recent example, and this is actually the reason why I started feeling so beautifully pulled to this right now, this conversation. One of my juniors had been hunting for an internship for a bit, and he decided to just be out in the world and just experience life and see what happens. Experience his craft. He didn't have an internship in hand, right? he needed to do that for his academics. He just went there, he just talked to people, he just, experienced culture, and an internship came to him in that beautiful nature surrounded place that he's in right now. He gets to spend the next 2 months working, gaining experience, doing what he loves, getting his academics right. Multiple things just lined up and they just aligned for him right then, even though he had been trying for months. And this is not luck. This is not destiny. This is divine timing. This is the universe's biggest gift to us. Divine timing. It is when the universe pulls up, she shows up, she delivers when things need to happen, not when we want them to happen. And this is why you can set an intention, you can set a goal, you can set a destination you want to go to, but you cannot decide how you get there. I talked about this in one of my previous videos, if you remember. But you cannot tell the universe how to take you where you want to go. You can only tell her where you want to go. She could take you however. She could take you through a series of obstacles that you need to go through in order to learn things and skills. In order to learn things and skills that you will need when you reach your destination. Universe is going to make sure that you get the experience to handle all that when you receive all the abundance you've been asking for. Nothing that the universe does, she doesn't win. And everything that the universe rewards, she rewards in abundance, with respect to how much faith we keep in ourselves, regardless of whether we can see visible feedback or not. Because divine timing is going to come on divine timing. All you need is to constantly chill the fuck out, dude. All we need in life is to constantly chill the fuck out. And trust me, you're going to feel so much better when you exist in this frame, in this frame of feeling protected. When you exist in an energy that protects you, when you know that you're protected by the universe, where you have faith, you will not make decisions that take you away from your goal in life. So this is the concept that I was talking to with my friend, where she was telling me that it's difficult to believe in the universe because she felt the need to scientifically explain energies and the universe and all this woo-woo stuff in order to grasp all of it, in order to explain it to people so that they would understand her. Humans need logic, apparently, to actually accept things. I don't get it, but okay. And what we realized is, every time we take a step or take a decision that is of a scarce mindset, as in, I don't see any visible feedback, I don't see this is working out or not, I don't know, or I feel like this, I feel scared, nervous, guilty, things like that for doing things. Or maybe it's a business, maybe it's a new hobby, I don't think I'm any good at this business isn't working, and all the while you've put in like very little time into it. Okay, you've put in very little time into it and you're expecting things to just work out in your favor constantly without giving the universe any time or break to plan things for you in the way that you want them to be. You choose within the multiple streams, multiple versions of the universe. Okay, I want you to imagine that I'm here. You see this little ray behind me, these rays? Imagine that as a person, you have multiple rays flowing through you, and each and every ray of light or whatever, of magic, is a different version that the universe has for you. And every decision that you make switches you to a different ray. Say today I've decided that enough is enough, I will not get myself flowers again. Then my life might probably change from from feeling so good about flowers that I get myself. I'm just gonna do a little. These are my flowers, by the way, this week's flowers. I might turn into a person who is so bitter and expects other people to get me flowers only. And I honestly, that was me before. But that was such a scarce mindset. Now I live in an abundance of flowers around me. And any decision I take regarding these flowers, which is such a mundane detail by the way, might change my path of life. And that's what happens when we decide to give up, when we decide to not continue things, when we decide to keep changing things without giving them time to work for us. You flip a switch onto a different ray, into a different version of your life. I'm going to stop talking now. I hope that you learned a little something about the universe today. I hope that you take this video as a sign that you just need to get good at continuing whatever that is that you're doing. Whatever it is that you're doing, if you believe in it wholeheartedly, if you believe in your potential, if you believe that you have got it, girl, like you have got it, nothing in the universe should stop you. Nothing in the universe should serve as negative feedback. We take no feedback as negative feedback as well. If you're getting positive feedback, well and good. If you're getting nothing at all, it's okay. We keep learning, we keep studying, we keep researching. You know where you want to go. You know where you want to go. You need to sit your ass down. You need to tell yourself that, listen, I know where I want to go. Universe, take me. Let's fucking go. Let's stop trying to be mediocre. Let's stop trying to live a life that everyone else literally lives just because we're scared of the outcome. Best case scenario, you become an amazing person with amazing friends and amazing communities, amazing loads of money, and an amazing fucking life. Worst case scenario, you learn another lesson. You learn another lesson to get there. I'm actually done now. If this video resonated with you, if you liked this video, please, please, please comment something down there. Let me know your experiences with divine timing. Please like this video. Please share it with other beautiful souls who you think might want to come on our journey. I hope you have an amazing week. I hope you love yourself. I hope you cherish yourself this week. And I hope you give yourself the rest that you deserve. I am your host and storyteller Zoshibai, and I'll see you in the next episode of Zindagi ki Suhagraat.